Hello everyone, my name is Chip, and if I'm not playing Magic, building Magic decks, or editing Magic videos, good lord, there's a lot of editing to do. I'm probably watching Magic content. Recently, Saffron Olive's budget deck Real Affinity caught my eye. The way the deck works is we run a bunch of artifacts with affinity for artifacts, so our artifacts with affinity for artifacts make our artifacts with affinity for artifacts cheaper, because they're artifacts with affinity for artifacts. Anyway, Saffron Olive explained it better, so I'll link to his deck list and video below for those interested. And while you're down there, if you're enjoying this video by leaving a like, that lets me know this is more of the content you'd like to see. And you can keep up with all my videos and support the channel for free by clicking that subscribe button. Now, before we get to the games, I just want to point out there is no webcam in today's video. I've been doing some overtime at work and my lights for the webcam just might finish me off. So rather than doing a Corey Hart impersonation by wearing my sunglasses at night, I'm just not going to use the camera. For those of you disappointed that you don't get to see my pale, pasty, partially anemic face skin today, I can only apologize. And with that, let's get on with the games. Alrighty, we've lost the die roll and it appears we're playing a Doctor Who fan. This one's a mulligan. Guess we'll keep this one, throw Thought Monitor back. Opponent plays a Scolding Tarn and passes. Frogmite. Well, we'll play Memnite. Bauble. 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 One of those baubles was a welding jar, apparently. Blinkmoth Nexus and Frogmite. And we'll pass the turn there. And I suppose that's why you play this deck. Storm counter 5 as well. In the end step, our opponent cracks the Scolding Tarn. Gets themselves a Steam Vents. Tapped, plays an island, passes. Another Thought Monitor. Okay, well, swing in for 3. Opponent's got a Bolt for the Frogmite. Okay, well, we'll swing in for 1 then. Pass it there. They opt, play an island, passing to us. I think I'm going to crack 1 bauble. They've got an island on top. I'm going to draw a card off the bauble. 2 cranial platings that we can't cast. Okay, go to combat. Swing in for 1. Pass the turn there. Island from our opponent. Murktide Regent. Yeah, that's a dude. And they're passing to us. Well, we'll crack the bauble looking at the top card and opt. Hey, Darksteel Citadel. Well, at least it's a land. Play it. Play out Ornithopter, run out a cranial plating. Why can't I say that today? Cranial plating. There we go, nailed it. No attacks and we'll pass the turn there. They swing in for 5, we're going to take it. And if we could draw a land this turn, that would be lush.
Lush, an adjective, meaning 1, very rich and providing great sensory pleasure, meaning 2, sexually attractive, meaning 3, very good or impressive.
A Mirror Enforcer, that if we play the cranial plating, can we cast? No. Let's equip the Ornithopter with the cranial plating. Opponent casts fire on it. Well, we'll regenerate it. Unfortunately, that's going to tap it, but it means we can still equip to the Memnite. Go to combat. Swing in for 5. Opponent has a Snapcaster Mage. Just going to block. They do just block. Pass the turn there. Scolding Tarn from our opponent. They swing in for 5. We're going to take it. Down to 10, and they pass to us. Let's run out Cranial Plating. Frogmite. Pass the turn there. Opt from our opponent. Go to their turn. Crack in the Scolding Tarn. Steam Vents untapped. Lightning Bolts the Frogmite. Bye-bye Frogmite. Snapcaster Mage for another bolt, and we'll scoop it up. Right, against this deck, Tormod's Crypt, I suppose. Etched Champions seem decent. Gonna cut a couple of Mirror Enforcers and the Thought Casts. Yeah, cut all the Thought Casts. Bring in some Vapor Snags as well. I'm fine with it like that. Run it back. I think we can keep this one. We have a way to get blue mana. Just what I always wanted. Blinkmoth Nexus, Tormod's Crypt, Memnite, Springleaf Drum, pass. Opponent plays a Polluted Delta and passes. Let's run out of Cranial Plating. Pass the turn there. Opponent's cracking the Polluted Delta, getting themselves an island, and Thought Scouring themselves. That's a lot of Polluted Deltas in the graveyard. Plays an island and passes. Let's try and cast a Frogmite. Resolves. Well, we'll tap the Frogmite for a companion. That does draw out the counterspell. Okay, well, we're going to swing in for 1. And I think they've got enough cards in their graveyard that we can just nuke it now. They play a Steam Vents. Untapped. Pass to us. Well, Spirebluff Bridge. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 2. Opponent opts. Thought Scours. Thought Scours again. Oh, they want to delve. Let's tap the Memnite to add blue, cast the Thought Monitor, draw 2 cards. Neither of them are grave hate, unfortunately. Pass the turn there. Polluted Delta from our opponent. Engineered Explosives on 0. Okay, that destroys exactly one of our artifacts. Pass to us. A Mishra's Baubles. Cast the Bauble. Play a Darksteel Citadel. Try to equip the Cranial Plating to the Frogmite. Opponent's bolting the Frogmite. Okay. Cast an Etched Champion. Oh, it resolves. Very nice. Well, we'll go to combat. Swing in for 2. Opponent takes it down to 12. Pass the turn there. Cracking a Polluted Delta. Get themselves an island. Vendilion Click. Go for it. You checking our hand? They sure are. Well, it doesn't get any worse than that. Oh, they let us keep it. Go to their turn. They play an island. They pass to us. Ornithopter. Okay. Cast the Ornithopter. Let's play the bridge. And let's equip Etched Champion. Go to combat. Oh, Cryptic Command. Returning the Cranial Plating to hand. Let's see if we can get it to resolve. Oh, we can. Very nice. Well, we'll pass the turn back to them. They play an island. Crack the Engineered Explosives. Well, we'll crack a Mishra's Bauble, targeting them. Archmage's Charm. Okay. Could be a bit of a problem. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Gonna Fate Seal us. That's fine. They put the card on top, no attacks from them, and they pass to us. Bauble, we draw the card, it's another land, and a Vapor Snag. Okay, so let's play the bridge, equip the Etched Champion, and opponent scoops it up, can't beat it. All right, well, I was probably going to Vapor Snag my own dude and draw more cards, to be honest. Alrighty, that was really, really good. I really like Thought cards. I know I just took it out, but I do really like it. Go down to 1 Welding Jar, and yeah, I'm going to cut a Frogmite. They're not too impressive here. Pass it there. I'm going to keep this one, I think. Opponent plays an island and passes. Well, that's really good. Play Darksteel Citadel, run out of Springleaf Drum, and I think we pass it there. No, we run out the Ornithopters, because if we draw an untapped land, we can equip a Cranial Plating. All right, they're going to Thought Scour in the end step. Go to their turn. Steam Vents. Untapped. Down to 18. Go to our turn. Play the bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can cast a companion this turn if we wanted to. I mean, I came here to play Affinity. Let's see if we can do it. Sojourner's Companion, come on down. Yep, that eats a counterspell. Pass the turn there. Island from our opponent. Pass to us. I mean, yeah, I'll keep trying to run these out. Archmage's Charm, okay. Pass it there. Pass to us. Mistvault Bridge. Sure, let's try again. Cast the Companion. Snapcaster Mage. Yep. 4 Counterspell. Yep, that counters the companion. Let's cast Thought Monitor. Draw 2 cards. Another Thought Monitor, not bad. Pass the turn there. Island from our opponent. Swinging in for 2. Well, we'll just take it this turn. Down to 18. Go to our turn. Tormod's Crypt. All right, well, we will lead with the plating. Play the bridge. Equip the plating to an Ornithopter. That resolves. Attempt to cast a Tormod's Crypt. That also resolves. Cast a little Thought Monitor. Yep. Bolts the Ornithopter. That's fine. Gonna draw some cards. Ooh, I like these ones. Cast the Memnite, will we? Nah, we'll just go to combat. Swing in for 2. Opponent takes it down to 16. Pass the turn there. Murktide Regent. Sure. Hefty. Hefty dude. Swings in for 2. Okay, we'll take it. Down to 16. Go to our turn. Play a Darksteel Citadel. Equip the Ornithopter with a Cranial Plating. Play a Memnite. Go to combat. Swing in, threatening lethal. Opponent just blocking the 2. Well, run out Etched Champion. Resolves. Equip Cranial Plating to it. Pass the turn there. Can you beat that opponent? They cannot. All right, that was a bit of fun. Had fun with that one. Taking down Delver. Oh, we've won a die roll. We're going to go first. No, we can't keep this one. Mulligan. I'm gonna keep this one, I think. Yeah, I'll keep. And throw Mirror Enforcer away. Play Razortide Bridge, Memnite, Ornithopter, Welding Jar. Pass the turn there. Swamp from our opponent. Into a Cauldron Familiar. Okay, they pass the turn to us. Another Thought Monitor. So we will pass the turn, I suppose. Forest from our opponent. Witch's Oven, combo online. And there's the Underworld Cookbook. Pass to us. Spire Bluff Bridge. Pass the turn. Next turn we can start doing stuff. Ooh, Engine Online as well with the Overchase Daredevil. Using the cat to get food as well. Bringing back the cat. Sacking a food. They play a Pathway. They pass the turn there. Well, let's cast Frogmite. Cast Thought Monitor. Draw 2 cards. Cast Thought Monitor. Draw 2 cards. Play Blinkmoth Nexus, Mirror Enforcer, and Sojourner's Companion. Pass the turn there. Things are going to get explosive next turn. Yep, they're making food, getting the Daredevil back to hand, sacking the Cauldron Familiar, making more food, draining us again. And opponent scoops it up. All right, well, against this, it's Tormod's Crypts in. Guess Etched Champions might be pretty good here. I think I'm sacking Welding Jars in favor of Tormod's Crypts, and I think I'm trimming Baubles in this matchup. Run it back like that, because they're green-black. They can just blow up the world of artifacts with crime and punishment. So let's make them the most impactful they can be. Yeah, we can keep this one. Swamp from our opponent into the Underworld Cookbook. Pass it there. Let's play Silver Bluff Bridge, Memnite, Ornithopter. Pass the turn there. Urza's Saga, okay. And passing, cool. Another land is not what I wanted to see. Play Darksteel Citadel, run out Springleaf Drum, run out Springleaf Drum, Myr Enforcer, go to combat, swing in for 1. They take it down to 19, pass the turn there. Ooh, Troll in the Graveyard. Okay, Urza's Saga, ticking up to 2. Do you have the land, opponent? They do indeed. But now all our lands tap for black, that's something. They pass to us. Etched Champion's pretty good here. Play Mistvault Bridge, go to combat, swing in for 4. Opponent just takes it. Oh, we're going to run out our Etched Champion here. Pass the turn there. They're making a construct, discarding another card to make another food. They will amass quite the board, making another construct in response to Urza's Saga sacking itself, getting themselves a Shadow Spear. Overgrown Tomb, untapped, down to 13. Bone Shards on our Myr Enforcer. No attacks and they pass to us. Well, Tormod's Crypt seems pretty good here. Play that. Run out the Spire Bluff Bridge, and yeah, let's just nuke their graveyard now. Pass the turn there. They play a Verdant Catacombs, equip a Shadow Spear to a construct, swing in for 7, no blocks from us, down to 13, go to our turn. Cranial Plating, don't mind if I do. Cast the Cranial Plating, equip it to the Ornithopter, go to combat, swing in for 10, they take it down to 10, Cranial Plating, equipping to a Memnite, pass the turn there, discarding an Urza's Saga to make another food. Asmore comes down, they get another Underworld Cookbook, they play the other Underworld Cookbook, and they swing in for 9. Sure, I'll trade with it. Yeah, they have our creature deal 6 damage to itself, that's fair. We're still going to take 7 this time though, so we reduce the damage by a lot. Go to our turn. Blinkmoth Nexus, and I think that might be the game. Let's play the Blinkmoth. Let's equip Ornithopter with the Cranial Plating. Go to combat. Swing in for 9. Equip Etched Champion with a Cranial Plating. Opponent's cracking a Verdant Catacombs. Getting themselves a forest. Pass the turn there. Gilded Goose from our opponent. Okay. Swing with everything and we scoop it up. Can't beat that. All right, Vapor Snags might be essential here. Think we're going down Thoughtcasts. Are we? I really like Thoughtcast in this matchup, actually. I'm going to go down Myr Enforcer. Run it back like that. Get to go first this time. Yeah, I think this is a keep. Mistvault Bridge, Tormod's Crypt, Memnite, go. Blooming Marsh, into a Cauldron Familiar. Sure, they drain us for 1. Go to our turn. Tormod's Crypt, into a bridge. It's past the turn there. Overgrown Tomb, tapped. Witch's Oven, okay. No attacks and passing to us, okay. Let's play Frogmite, run out Cranial Plating, run out Sojourner's Companion. Let's just pass the turn there. Foundation Breaker, okay. Gonna take out our Cranial Plating. Sounds good to me. They could have sacrificed it in response to make a food, but they did not, and they pass to us. Let's play a Springleaf Drum, go to combat, swing in for 6. Opponent's going to block with the Cauldron Familiar, sacrifices it, and while its food trigger is on the stack, we're going to exile the graveyards. And we get in for 2. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Bone Shards on our Sojourner's Companion. I'm going to bounce it to my hand. They put a Feasting Troll King into the graveyard. Asmore comes on down, okay? Getting themselves the cookbook. They pass to us. Play a Darksteel Citadel, run out the Companion. Pass the turn there, no attacks. Foundation Breaker again targets the Tormod's Crypt. Well, we'll have to clear out the graveyard now. I suppose we could have waited for the Evoke trigger. Yeah, that was silly of me. They stacked their triggers incorrectly. We could have exiled the Foundation Breaker. No attacks and they pass to us. Another Companion's not bad. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 4. They take it down to 15. Let's play the Companion. Pass the turn there. Underworld Cookbook. Ooh, Overchased Daredevil. Gross. Well, now they have a license to kill all our creatures, and another Cauldron Familiar. We are in trouble. They're just passing the turn there, okay. Another land. We're not running very many. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 8. They block 1. They sacrifice a Cauldron Familiar. They bring back the Cauldron Familiar, draining us for 1. And then they're going to blow up the other one with Asmore. Overgrown Tomb, Trail of Crumbs, makes a food. Yep, they discard the Overchased Daredevil, make another food. They pass to us. Yet another land, and I'm not sure we can win from this position. Well, we'll play the bridge, pass the turn. They will continue to drain us for 1, and they get to use Trail of Crumbs to start drawing cards. And an Urza's Saga. It just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it? They make more foods with the Daredevil. And they pass to us. Well, we'll play the Razortide Bridge, and sure, we might as well play a Memnite as well. Pass it there, no attacks. I suppose the good news is the Urza Saga means if we don't draw into what we need to draw into, we'll be dead quickly. They sacrifice the Cauldron Familiar for a food, Fatal Push our Frogmite, draw cards with Trail of Crumbs, get another Overchased Daredevil to hand, drain us some more, get a bunch more cards to their hand, and they destroy our companion. Urza Saga ticking up. They play an Urborg, and they swing in for 3. Well, we're just gonna take it. Down to 11. They're making more foods with the Cookbook and the Daredevil. Making foods with the Cauldron Familiar. Draining us again, I guess. And using Trail of Crumbs to get more cards in hand. We are down to 10. And they let us go to our turn. Well, we're going to play a Frogmite. Pass the turn there. But unfortunately, we're going to get a hasty, tramply construct coming at us. I'm not sure we're going to be able to beat it. They make another construct. And Urza Saga sacrifices itself for a Shadow Spear. They play another Urza Saga. Okay. Underworld Cookbook, making food, and then with the Cauldron Familiar, I think we're dead. Equipping the Summoning Sick construct with the Shadow Spear. Okay. Swings in for 10. Well, we'll do the only logical thing, which is block to survive. Who knows, maybe next time we will just draw into a swath of draw to spells that we can just loop together and flood the board with artifacts. Or we could draw another land. Well, the deck runs 16 lands, and by turn 11, we've drawn 7 of them, so maybe that's just bad luck. And that happens sometimes, so we'll scoop it up. Alright, another game here. We've lost the die roll again. Gonna keep Silent Clearing from our opponent. Into a Giver of Runes. Okay, Hammer Time might be faster than us. Darksteel Citadel, Welding Jar, Ornithopter. Might have played the wrong land there. Frogmite, just past the turn there. Mishra's Factory, into an Arbiter. Okay, just taxes. Just taxes, like I don't play taxes. But I am aware of what taxes is capable of, and it does not have fun against indestructible lands. Let's cast a Memnite, cast a Spirebluff Bridge, cast a Mirror Enforcer, cast a Mirror Enforcer, and we'll pass the turn there. Another Silent Clearing from our opponent. Cracking the Silent Clearing to draw. No attacks and passing to us. No real reason to hold onto lands, so we'll play them. Go to combat. Swing in for 8. Opponent blocks 1 with the Arbiter, gives protection with the Giver of Runes, and we hit him for 4. Pass the turn. Plains, Archon of Emeria, doesn't hurt us too much now, and they pass to us. Springleaf Drum, I mean sure, we'll play it. Go to combat, swing in for 8 again. Block with the Archon in front, regenerate the Enforcer. Yep, opponent gives the Archon protection, hit them down to 9, and we'll pass the turn there. Castle Ardent Vale, Skyclave Apparition. What does that take? Takes a Frogmite. Okay, passes it there. Nettle Cyst. Well, let's go to combat. Swing in for 8 again. Yep. Opponent's just going to block 1, gives the Arbiter protection from colorless. Oops, pass through our turn. Well, that's what happens sometimes when you're tired. They play a Plains and run out a Batterskull. Okay, no attacks and passes. Well, let's cast the Nettle Cyst that we should have had last turn. Tap an Ornithopter to run out a Springleaf Drum that we can't cast anyway because of Archon of Emeria. I am silly. We'll just pass the turn there. Silent Clearing from our opponent. Ooh, Stoneforge. Gets themselves a Cauldron. Passes to us. Another Frogmite. Well, we're going to equip an Ornithopter with the Nettle Cyst. Go to combat, and then we're going to swing like that. They have to block with the Archon of Emeria. And yep, with the Batterskull, gives the Archon protection from colorless, eats our Enforcer, run out of Frogmite, and equip the other Ornithopter with the Nettle Cyst, which kills our Ornithopter, oddly enough. Pass it there. That was silly, Chip. No attacks and passes to us. Well, another Ornithopter's not bad. So Stoneforge Mystic puts in the Cauldron, which blocks the Frogmite. Let's just cast Ornithopter, go to combat, and swing. Yep. Opponent blocks, gives protection, and we'll just pass the turn there. Yep. Opponent puts Cauldron into play. Gonna get real nasty if they equip the Batterskull to it. Nope, just returning the Batterskull to hand. Interesting. Activating Stoneforge does put the Batterskull into play. Casts a second Archon of Emeria. Okay. Swings in for 5. Well, we're just gonna take it right now. Go to our turn. Mishra's Bauble. Well, we've got to play it. Let's see what they're drawing. Another Giver of Runes. Okay, well, no attacks this turn, and hopefully we can win next turn. Blinkmoth Nexus. They play the Giver of Runes they drew. No attacks. Passes to us. There's a Cranial Plating. Play Blinkmoth Nexus. Cast the plating. Equip it to the other Ornithopter. Go to combat. Yeah, I guess we got to swing in. Yep, opponent's blocking with the Archons. Gives one protection from colorless. Trades the other one off, I believe. Or do they have removal? They don't. Okay. Well, as long as we don't muck up, I think we can win next turn. They're making a human with the Ardent Veil, and we go to their turn. Play a Ghost Quarter. Well, that certainly puts a hole in our plans. Equips the Cauldron to the Batterskull. Okay, but that taps your Ghost Quarter. I guess there's no point blocking it. Sure, we take 9, you gain 9. Go to our turn. This costs 1 mana to equip. Cast the Companion. Make Blinkmoth Nexus an artifact. Equip Cranial Plating to it. Go to combat. And opponent sees what's happening and scoops it up. Okay. Very good, very good. Against taxes, well, Etched Champions sure do come in, and so do the Vapor Snags for all those living weapon shenanigans. Think we cut Welding Jars here, and I guess Thoughtcasts, because we can't cast Thoughtcast, draw 2 cards, and then do anything with the 2 cards if the Archon of Emeria is out. Run it back like that. Think this one's a mulligan. You can keep this one. I think it's actually Frogmite that goes away. Plains into Aether Vial. Pass to us. That's a good one to draw. Darksteel Citadel, Springleaf Drum, Ornithopter. Pass the turn there. Aether Vial ticking up. Plains from our opponent. Rexian Revoker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means we wouldn't have enough. Let's tap it now to add blue mana. Cranial Plating. That's fine. Go to our turn. Cast Bauble, play Mistvault, cast a Thought Monitor, draw 2 cards. 2 lands, not bad ones though. Pass the turn there. Opponent ticking up the Aether Vial. Mishra's Factory, Stoneforge Mystic, gets the Cauldron, and they're passing to us. We've got a lot of artifacts. I just want to draw. What do they got on top? Esper Sentinel. Okay, so we're going to draw a card off the Bauble. Oof, more lands. Fantastic, I suppose. Well, let's play the Blinkmoth Nexus. Go to combat. Swing in for 2. Pass the turn there. Aether Vialing in. Another Stoneforge. Okay, getting the Batterskull. Certainly going to have our work cut out for us. Aether Vial ticking up to 3. They play a Plains. Activate Stoneforge. Cauldron to play. Swing for 5. Well, let's Vapor Snag the Germ, and they're happy to pass it there. Let's play a Frogmite, run out an Inkmoth Nexus. Let's make the older one a creature. Go to combat, swing in for 3. No blocks from our opponent. Let's pump up the Blinkmoth. We got in for 4. Pass the turn there. In the end of our second main, opponent puts the Batterskull into play. Don't really have a clean answer to Batterskull, just got to do more damage than they can gain life. They keep the Aether Vial on 3, and they play a Silent Clearing into a Giver of Runes. Well, fortunately, they don't have flyers. They swing in for 4. We're just going to take it. Down to 16. Go to our turn. Memnite. Okay, play it. Run out of Spire Bluff Bridge. Let's just animate both our lands. Go to combat. Swing in for 4. They take it down to 13. Pass the turn there. They're cracking the Silent Clearing to draw. Aether Vial staying on 3. Activating the Aether Vial. Flicker Wisp. Okay, on the Stoneforge, not on the Cauldron. I see. Swinging in for 4. Well, we'll take it. Down to 12. Stoneforge returns. What is it searching up? Sword of Feast and Famine. Okay. A Cranial Plating. We can't equip thanks to the Revoker. Play the Tanglepool Bridge. Might as well run out the Cranial Plating. Think we just pass this turn. Yep. Opponent puts the Sword of Feast and Famine into play. Goes to their turn. Sword of Feast and Famine on the Germ token. Thalia. Swings in for 6. Let's tap an Ornithopter for white. Make Blinkmoth a dude. Make Blinkmoth a dude. Maybe we can scare them. Let's block like that. Okay. Now give protection from colorless. Protection from colorless. They did. We got him. Shame scoop. Oh, we got there. Very nice. Very nice. Alrighty, Saffron Olive's budget real affinity list. That was wicked fun. The deck is gas. Please be sure to check out Saffron Olive's video. I'm sorry for no webcam in this one, but I'm really not pretty to look at today. And until next time, have fun.